Hello everyone. It would appear that I may be needing to pop to the doctor this afternoon, so I'm quickly going to translate this for you so that you can translate it yourselves and then have a little bit of help from me going through it. Now, we got to line 14 last lesson. If you remember, we had the lethal arrow clinging to her side. And so let's start from line 15 for today, which is the nunc media aeneam secum, that part over there. So it was now, where were we? Now, nunc, here we go, starting there. So now, she ducit, now she takes Aeneas, ducit aeneam, now she takes Aeneas with her through the media moenia, straight through the city walls, through the middle of her city walls, and she ostentat, she shows him the Sidonian wealth. Remember, I mentioned last time that Dido is very much where Aeneas hopes to be. Sorry, I mustn't get distracted. We'll just keep on translating. And she shows him the Sidonian wealth and the city that has been prepared. She shows him the Sidonian wealth and the city that has been prepared. And incipit, she begins to speak. So she shows him the Sidonian wealth and the city that has been prepared. She begins to speak, and she stops. Incipit effari. She begins to speak, and she resistit, and she stops in voce media, in the middle of her speech, literally in the middle of her talking. She begins to speak. Notice the emphatic position of incipit, and she stops this disjointed, I suppose, speech reflecting the disjointed mindset that she is in. Nunc, now, with that day drawing to a close, she quadet, she seeks, now with the day waning, she seeks that same banquet, eadem convivia. This is the banquet when she first met him, wanting to go over sort of history again and again, relive it. And iterum, so she seeks the same banquet, and iterum, again and again, demens, out of her mind, she exposcit, she demands, emphatic position again there, she exposcit, she demands to audire, to hear the Iliacos labores, the Trojan suffering. And again out of her mind she demands to hear the Trojan suffering. And she, iterum, again, anaphora there, repetition of a set word or phrase, again perhaps revealing the fact that she doesn't know what she's doing, and she again, and time after time, iterum maybe here, she pendet, she hangs on the words of the narantis, of the speaking man, of its speaker. Post ubi it digressi. Then, when everyone has gone away, after, when everyone has gone away, lumen obscura vicisem. I love this next bit, very beautiful. When everyone's gone away, and in turn, so when everyone's gone away, post ubi digressi, imagine digressi sunt, and vicisem, in turn, the dim obscura lumen, the luna rather, and the dim luna, the dim moon, sinks, premit perhaps, the dim moon, premit, presses down its lumen, its light, and the cadentia sidera, and the setting stars invite sleep, suaden somnos, nice sibilance there with the sola as well. She alone mourns. I like this contrast of the peace there and the raging in her heart. She alone, even the stars in plural and her all on her own, she alone, maret, mourns, grieves in the empty hall. She maret sola. She mourns, she grieves alone in the vacua domo, in the empty palace. And incubat, look at that word, first word of line 24, on jambement there, because it's followed by the full stop. She incubat, she throws herself she lies down on the couch that has been left behind, on the couch that is left behind, presumably by him. Again, the enjambment, drawing attention to it. Her lying down, the movement, all these different things, exhaustion, I suppose, stress there. Illum, absens, absentem, auditque, videtque. Lovely balance there of sounds. Illum, absens. So she, I suppose, away from him, absens, sees and hears him away, absentem, away from her. that idea of, again, her mindset, thinking about the way that that could be portrayed, the absentem, stressing the loss, maybe foreboding of the fact that he is going to leave her, all sorts of things that we can talk about at another time. Auditque videtque, she far away from him, she far from him, apart from him, sees and hears. She, apart from him, sees and hears. Him, apart from her, absentem, that's it, out. Or out, capta, or captivated, leaving that until that emphatic last position of the line, or captivated by the image of his father, detinet, she clasps, maybe for detinet, Ascanius here, the son of Aeneas, obviously, she clasps Ascanius in her lap, if only conditional here. In case she may see, in case she may possit, be able to deceive, Shakespearean term, the love that dare not speak its name. Is that Shakespeare? No, that's Ian Forster. In case she may be able to deceive the unspeakable love. Why is this unspeakable? Well, perhaps because it breaks her vows that she's going to remain loyal to the memory of her dead husband, her loyalty to the Carthaginians, all sorts of different things that one could talk about there. Non coeptai, and now we have this idea of the city, the city reflected in its leader. So in the same way that she's not, I suppose, functioning now, her city for the first time isn't functioning. Non coeptai ad surgum tures, but also it's showing how she's forgetting her duty to her state, just like Aeneas must not forget his duty to his state, because now the towers aren't being finished. Non coeptai ad surgunt. The towers that have been begun are no longer rising. The towers, tures, coeptai, that have been begun, non ad surgunt, are not rising. Non. The juventus, the youth, are not training in arms. The young men are not training in combat. Nor are they parant, nor are they preparing the harbours or the propugnacula, nor are they preparing the harbours or the ramparts that bring safety, as it says in the notes in war. Or are they out, or are they preparing the harbours, portus, or the propugnacula, or the ramparts that bring safety, bello, in war? Again, this reflection of how she, forgetting her duty through her love to Aeneas, is causing an actual physical decay of her city. Perhaps her emotional decay is reflected in the physical decay of Carthage. Pendent opera. Again, look at that word order. Consider the tenses. Pendent. These works, interrupta, are broken off. These works, broken off, are pendent. These works, broken off, are lying, or these works are pendent, are lying, broken off, and the walls, along with the walls, minae, the vast threats of the walls, the vast threatening walls, along with the Master, these works are lying unfinished, along with the vast threats of the walls, the personification of the walls here, the vast threats of the walls, and the machina and the crane towering towards the sky, maybe the foreboding nature of Carthage as well. So translate that and then consider it with the person or people next to you. All the very best.